it's Audie Shamel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm filming the long-awaited weight loss journey video. I decided that I'm going to do this in parts because I really think it's important to tell you all how I got here. So this will be video one. I'm trying to keep it under 3 parts, so we will see. It's kind of like a roller coaster ride, like the beginning, the climax, smooth sailing. That's the gist of these videos. So yeah, before we get started, if I'm picking up something, I have my laptop here, I have my iPad, and I have my water because I need to get my water intake in for today. So let's get started. So this is going to be part one, how I got here, like I said, and we're going to start in 2012. I know that's a long time ago, but that was the last time, actually, we can say that. That was the last time, like, my weight was not an issue. I wasn't considered overweight. And when I say that term, that's medically, like, your doctor will tell you if you're overweight or obese. That's not something I'm labeling myself. I love myself. I love myself when I was at my highest, and I love myself now. That's just, I'm just using the term. And again, another disclaimer, what I mentioned works for me might not work with everyone else. These are just tips and tricks. Won't be mentioned until 2 videos from now, probably, but I just want to throw that out there. Okay, so 2012, why is that important? When I was in high school, my whole life, so childhood autumn up until senior in high school autumn, I was a dancer, right? That was constant. I was a dancer in multiple productions. If you know, you know. In high school, middle school, I was a cheerleader. If I wasn't dancing, I was cheering. If I wasn't cheering, I was dancing. So I maintained a healthy weight, right? So 2012 fall, I go off to college. I started to gain weight. I did. I'm going to insert some pictures from high school autumn, and then I'm going to insert pictures for college autumn. Yeah, the weight started. I'm outside. My mama, she know what she know. What she don't know, she don't. You know, eating what I want. Probably not eating. Broke college student. Y'all know how that go. I want to say by the time I got to my sophomore year, I had to be at least 150. So going into college, leaving high school, 120, 130 max. Going into my sophomore year, 150. I'm not noticing, granted, clothes are fitting a little differently, but you know, I still have my ballet dancer body, but I was starting to get some, oh, you've gained a lot of weight. That's when those comments started in college. We love those. Not really, but yeah, what can you do? So weight gain started around sophomore year in college, and it continually got higher. I want to say I graduated college, undergrad, a good 160. I maintained. That's where I was. So that's high school. We left high school 120. College, we left 160. I graduated in 3 years. That's how much weight I gained. We're doing math, right? So I graduate from college, and then I go off to grad school, which that started spring 2016. Spring 2016, I started grad school. In the midst of me being in grad school, I started going to a trainer. Her name is Courtney. Hey, Courtney. She's here in Orlando. She's awesome. My mom and I were going to Courtney. And with Courtney, I was able to maintain a good 180 for a minute, right? So summer 2016, I'm in a relationship with my now husband. Yeah. Happy weight does exist. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. But in the midst of me starting that relationship, I was still going to Courtney. Was going to the gym a little less, but I was still going. So I want to say when I approached spring 2017, I remember I wasn't engaged yet. And I was doing this challenge with Courtney where I was 190. Yes, I was 190. And I couldn't break that. Which is so funny. We're gonna get there. But remember I said that it was hard for me to break 190. Remember I said that? So yeah, spring 2017, I'm 190. I get engaged August of 2017. By this time, I know I'm at 200. I'm at 200. So in the midst of this is where everybody noticed that I gained weight. This is where the talk started. And I want to say around this phase is where the comments hurt the most. Because if I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm going to tell you the whole truth. Like, I'm not going to say names, but I'm going to tell you what was said, and you're going to know it hurt. It hurt deep. So in the midst of me wedding planning, dealing with my first corporate job, I'm fresh out of grad school, just trying to find my footing. That's really hard. In the midst of this comments started, and they would just be like so nasty. I don't understand. I don't understand the backhanded compliments. Like, I can remember going to get a dessert with some people, and someone I was with blatantly called me fat. It was in this time where I was 200 pounds, which is so funny because a couple months ago, I was praying to hit 200, right? Okay. The comments started, I'm wedding dress shopping, and okay, so I'm wedding dress shopping, and I am preparing for the wedding. I'm working out still, just trying to keep my mental space at its best. This is 2017. We're going into 2018. So I'm going to put a clip from my honeymoon in this video. This is a good indicator of that, like 200 pound autumn, right? So fast forward, I get married. This is where we're like this, and we're starting to go like this. So this is gonna be your conclusion for part one of how this happened, okay? So we're on our honeymoon, and we're calling our parents, hey, we got to our room, it's room so and so, we are about to embark. Cool. Call the next parent, say the same conversation. I want to say we were talking to Jabari's mom, maybe. I remember being on the balcony, we're talking to Jabari's mom. Now I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'm gonna have to go back. I have to go back, but this is critical in my journey. So the phone cuts off talking to his mom, and I'm like, oh well, time to turn up. La la la. I go inside and I put my phone down. And as soon as I put it down, it starts vibrating. And it's weird because I don't have this number saved. It's a really random number. So I'm like, okay. And I answer it because I thought it could have been the cruise ship saying, oh, you have a massage scheduled for 7. Because we had a honeymoon registry and all of our friends and family got us gifts and stuff. So it was really nice. So that's what I thought it was. That's not how they do it, but that's what I was thinking. I never had a honeymoon before, but that's what I was thinking. So I pick up the phone and the person's like, hey, my name is so-and-so. I'm with this company. Can I speak to Autumn Solomon? And I said, hello, this is she. And he said, hi. First of all, congratulations. And second of all, I wanted to give you your start date for your new job. I am on my honeymoon, day 1. This is September 9th because we got married September 8th, 2018. Our honeymoon started September 9th. So this is September 9th. He tells me that my start date is September 24th. My honeymoon is a week long. How am I supposed to start packing? How am I supposed to start packing? So I say, well, is there a way I can start a week or two after because I currently live in Florida. I do not have a relocation package. He says no, with it being the end of the fiscal year, that's how we're doing it. Like, it's either you start that day or you won't have a job. So, cool. Bet. Cool. We hang up with that gentleman, and I use the cruise phone in our room to call my mom because now I'm freaking out. I call her. I say, hey, I finally got my start date. It's September 24th. What are we going to do? She said, enjoy your honeymoon and we'll talk about it when you get home. I said, okay, cool. Now we're going to go back, right? So I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I also have my master's degree in criminal justice, and I always wanted to work for the federal government, like always. And my mentor, Tasha, so hey girl, she was helping me fix my resume, make sure I had everything, because that's what she's doing. She's in the same field. The process of getting a federal government job, I started applying in grad school, and this was the first job that I got within the federal government. That process is very long. I applied April 4th. My interview was, I want to say, April 29th. That sounds about right. Yeah. And then I was informed that they would like to offer me the position maybe 2 days later. Cool. So in order to get your start date, you have to go through it's beyond a background check. I needed a secret clearance, and that process takes a long time. Fast forward, that's April, May to September. I did not find out that my start date was September 24th until the first day of my honeymoon, okay? So during that whole time, like, I was sad because I didn't know. I remember being on the honeymoon and Jabari and I would be having so much fun, and then we'll go to the room and take a nap, and I'm literally crying. I was in there stressing out. Okay, we're moving now. We're moving. Okay, we get off the boat. We go back to my mom's house because that was where we were living, and we start packing up. I ended up having to give like a week resignation to my current job, which I didn't like how I had to do that, but I didn't have a choice. I was on my honeymoon, so I couldn't give a 2-week notice. It happens. So we're packed up. My mom sat with us. We came up with a plan of what we're going to do. Jabari and I drove to Rhode Island September 21st. We drove to Rhode Island. I ended up getting a hotel that was probably like an hour away from my base. And I was there for about 2 to 3 weeks. Now, I'm going to tell you, people think that I gained weight because I was overeating, right? That's what people are thinking. That is not why I gained weight. I gained weight because I was depressed. I was not eating enough. I was not drinking enough, matter of fact. Okay, I was not eating enough. I was not drinking enough. That's what depression did to me, right? There's some people that are emotional eaters and they gain weight because they eat a lot. That was not my case. That's not my story. Throwing it out there. It hit me. Like, depression hit me like a ton of bricks because I'm a newlywed. My husband and I just drove across country to a state we don't know anyone because I was going into my dream career. So I appreciate my husband for his sacrifice. I appreciate my mom. Homegirl has lived in Brazil and Australia, so she knows how it is to chase your dream. But in the midst of that, I was depressed. Jabari ended up staying with me maybe for 3 days, and dropping him off at the airport is where it hit me. I'm in a state by myself. I don't know anybody. I'm starting a new job. I don't know what to expect. It really hit me. So this is October 2018 is when we moved to Rhode Island. I'm working at my base. I'm eating nothing but peanut butter and jelly and TV meals because I don't have an apartment. I can't cook anything. You gotta make do. I had a microwave. The peanut butter and jelly, I was making it, okay? So I stayed in that hotel about 2 to 3 weeks. And God is amazing. So I'm at a meeting, introducing myself to the team. I don't remember what I had. I had something with me. Maybe my keys. Maybe after this meeting, I was headed home. A phone case, something, my phone screen. And Viv, I call her my Rhode Island mom. She was in this meeting and she was like, "You're my sorority sister." And when I tell you, from that moment, me and her were like literally Rhode Island mom. I don't know how I would have been able to get through those first difficult months without her. So Viv is like, "Where are you staying? I tried to get your contact information before you even started just to like introduce myself, yada yada yada." They couldn't do it. And I told her where I was staying, which was like an hour or so away. She was like, "Impossible. How much are you paying?" So I tell her, she was like, "No, we're gonna get you a hotel on base, and that's where you're gonna stay." Such a life-changing like conversation. And I'm proud of myself because I didn't cry. If you know Autumn, I cry at the drop of a dime. I do. That's just how I am. I'm a very emotional person. But anywho, I ended up moving to the hotel on base. So now my 1 hour drive has turned into 10 minutes. So now I'm still eating like fast food, sandwiches. I can't cook, but I'm just grateful that my hotel price just cut in half. So I'm able to save for my apartment and I'm closer to work. And I've now met someone who is, to this day, is still a second mom to me. So that was a blessing. So I ended up staying at that hotel for about 2 weeks. And again, in another meeting, meeting the team, yada yada, I'm from Florida. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're from Florida. I meet Holly, right? Holly is like, hey, I know your story. I know you're new here. You're not from here. I have a property that you can stay at, and you don't have to pay me, whatever. I think the tears started right then, because Rhode Island up north is really expensive. Rhode Island is not as bad as New York, but it's still up there. It's steep. So now I've gone from having to pay a hotel to be able to save whole checks towards my apartment. So in this moment, I'm now getting the salads, the rotisserie chicken, healthy stuff, blase. It's better. We're getting there. So this is 2018. Now, Jabari ends up moving to Rhode Island a month after I got there. So at least I'm with my person now. That helps me a lot, right? We're going to fast forward to March 2019. And I think I'm going to do part 2 for that. We're going to start March 2019, because that's the first time I stepped on a scale. So this, like I said, this is my story. Autumn, I had no idea you were depressed. Nobody did. I don't even think my husband knew. I don't think I knew until I got on this end of it, I just thought I was gaining weight, but it just wasn't making sense to me because I wasn't eating, right? And also the comments from people, birth control. I'm in a whole nother state. I'm not trying to have a baby. I'm freshly married. I'm not making that much money. Like, I have a very wonderful career, but I wasn't making that much money. So we weren't trying to have a baby. Birth control. Matter of fact, I started birth control as a freshman in college. So I'm pretty sure that has to deal with my weight gain too. But the birth control that I started in March of 2019 contributed to the weight gain. It did. And we're going to talk about that in part 2. So I will be back. Thank you for watching this one. It's about to get crazy. Buckle up. See you in a minute.